jungling Chen. Mid lane will feature Smash on the Beastmaster, and finally the bottom lane, their off lane, we'll have Mihawk on the Nature's Prophet, who I kind of think will probably end up abandoning the jungle momentarily.
I almost thought you're abandoning the game. It's like, what? We're in a professional game. That's not gonna happen.
Yeah, he's like done with this game. I'm done with this team. Gone forever. Yep, completely done. No, not going to abandon the game. He can't really do a ton down here. There's a lot of disable. If he gets caught by a disruption down the bottom lane, the stun will come out from Fear. Once he is level 2 now, and that's going to just be the death of Nature's Prophet. So I expect him to leave and head to that jungle to get some farm.
Yeah, I think so too. And the Histrians trying to do something, they're probably gonna get killed off though. But they are gonna interrupt the pool, which is nice for Denial, that is. In the meantime, in the mid lane, I'm kind of curious to see this. I mean, Beastmaster and Invoker. It's an old school matchup, I think. Smash is sitting at level 3. He's got himself a bottle with 3 last hits to his name. Jo, though, sitting on 8 last hits. No bottle for him just yet, but 8 last hits is definitely something to be happy about. And by the way, Invokers normally don't really get bottles. And look at the harassment that Smash is getting from that. We just won that, just that one cold snap. There's just only one tango left on Smash. So Jo, he might be able to make something happen here fairly early on if Smash is going to be getting caught out like that. I mean, it must be a while since Smash actually faced up against an Invoker, right?
Yeah, I mean, possibly. I'm sure he's still familiar with how it is to lane against Invoker. It's just that
oh, wait a second. Ooh, Demon run! No, Demon dead! First blood goes away of the Nio on the top lane. Lifestealer, Ivo picks it up. Nicely done. And congrats to Stefko for witnessing first blood and getting himself an item.
Yeah, I like how it tells us now.
Yep. I got a shout out on the Beyond the Summit stream earlier today because I got an item after IG won a, or after Navi won a match from IG or vice versa. I think it was Navi winning the match. Yeah, it was game 2.
That's probably really valuable then.
Yeah,
Lucky.
people keep telling me. It's quite surprising.
Well, it doesn't have anything to do with what the item is. It has to do with who the teams are typically.
No, IG beat, or Navi beat IG.
Yeah, I mean that's probably pretty big since Navi and IG are like 2 of the biggest teams. Regardless, yeah, Smash I think is just going to struggle in this mid lane because he's Beastmaster, and Beastmaster's not like the greatest against a range hero like Invoker. He also can't really harass Invoker particularly well because the Ice Orbs are obviously going to heal him. He switches to the Fire Orbs whenever he can just to get some last hits and then puts those Ice Orbs on to heal. Yeah, it's going to be kind of difficult for Beastmaster. He should be able to get levels, and as long as he doesn't do anything too silly, he should have a fine time. He can, of course also pretty much get complete rune control. Jo is unlikely to go for any runes. It's just if the support's bottom, try to.
Yeah, in the meantime, I like that Bamboo went behind the tower to just annoy Mihawk a little bit. He actually forced him back so far and disrupted him so that he missed a bit of the experience that was coming his way towards his tower. And he only got level 2 with the last creep that was still there, with the creep wave that was there. So, quite nice. They are able to shut him down, but he did, of course, he is still here because the lane pushing out is something that he is going to be happy about. And he can't really go too safely into the jungle, or at least he can go safely into the jungle, but he doesn't want to steal too much farm from Asoku, who is, of course, playing that Chen there. An illusion rune for Jo. He's got almost 1k gold. Kind of curious to see what kind of item he wants to go for first. Does he want to go for a 4 staff after his boots? Or does he want to go for something else? Cold snap again. X is already on cooldown. It's just going to be harassment. Nothing more. Talking about harassment. Demon is trying to keep the harassment on. I mean, he already died once in this top lane. But he's just keep on being annoying. I guess as a Weaver, that's exactly what you need to be doing.
Yeah, if you want to get things done as Weaver, you have to just be running around trying to be a nuisance whoever you're up against. You're not really likely to die, and he knows that they're not in lane now. He hasn't seen those supports in a while, so he probably figures they're hanging out in the jungle. Mystico making his way back now. He's pretty resilient to getting killed right now, and once he hits level 6, it's going to be very, very difficult for Denial to actually kill him. Because they don't really have the burst right now to get him before he can just time-lapse.
Yeah, in the meantime, Bamboo, he is
Demon's in trouble though.
Oh, he gets himself killed off. Another Hex, another Impale. Earth Spike, rather. And I will get in the second kill.
He just was using the Shikuchi to run through Evo and the creep wave to harass, and he went turned a corner and Lion was standing there, so he got caught with
Oh,
it.
Mihawk, he gets blocked by his own creeps there for a second. But he does help killing off the Shadow Demon. But he was blocked. If there was someone else there, that would have been a kill. He just stood there, having his own creeps block him. That was awkward to see. Sorry, interrupted you there.
No, I mean, the kill's happening. Definitely need to be interrupting each other. So things are actually going okay for Denial. They're getting kills in a couple lanes. Mihawk, he's struggling, which is not really surprising. They're really trying to commit a lot to Chen by keeping Nature's Prophet out of the jungle and giving Chen all the free reign to move around. There's a lot of stacking going on as well in the jungle. We'll see how it ends up working, who they're going to give those stacks to, if it's going to be Beastmaster farming them up with axes for a while.
I think Denial's already starting on it, like Tornado right there.
Oh yeah, they're just going to use Tornado from Masoku to get him some additional levels. I mean, that's certainly one way of handling it as well, if they want to just give the Chen all the farm. It will help him get level 6 very quickly. He's also rushing the mechanism, has the buckler and soon to be the headdress done, so sitting about 1,000 gold away. He'll have it in the near future, and once he has that up, he'll have the Hand of God mechanism. They can start trying to 5-man if they want, and it's kind of hard for EG to do much about it with this kind of team yet.
Yeah, they are having a team that doesn't have that strong of early game, at least. Invoker isn't the hero that starts roaming around that early to get kills, while for example Smash with his roar might be able to do something. Impale gonna hit, but Bamboo already disrupted, and Sunstrike, and that's gonna be a Lion dead. The roar still goes off on Jo. He gets a living armor though, and they might be able to kill off the Chen instead, and Chen takes a lot of harassment and will be able to take down Jo and live on while Bamboo is running for his life. He does have boots, of course. Something that the Chen does not have, something that the Nature's Prophet does not have. And that should be a Shadow Demon that's going to be alive, especially since Ivo can't really leave the lane since he took a lot of harassment there. A Demon actually continuing to chase him down. They might be able to do something. They do have a Soul Catcher there. And the Stick Charges might allow for a disruption, but Infest out gives him his life back. But again, yeah, you're right, Denial is doing really well. The only kill that EG has so far is the one that they just got on the Lion, and that's not really a high target, a high priority target.
Yeah, and they ended up trading Jo for it, which is even worse. You end up just getting a tri-lane support, and at that, the one who's playing 5, not even 4, and you lose your mid, your Invoker. So it slows down Jo somewhere who was otherwise having a pretty good time of things in the mid lane. Once again, EG just completely out farming Denial, which is actually really good for them. They're still ahead in both gold and experience as a result of it, but they're giving up these kills to Denial, which is helping them stay in it, even though they're having a little bit more trouble actually managing to obtain farm in any of their lanes. It's pretty surprising to me that Weaver, though, is able to outfarm this Lifestealer in lane.
Yeah, Weaver sitting on 38 for 5. Lifestealer is ahead on net worth, though. Of course, I mean, he did get 2 kills on Demon. That kind of helps out. In terms of net worth, if we're continuing about that, Fear is on top of the list, though. He's got level 4 in Grieful's Greed, so he should be on top of the net worth, and considering he has that and only being 1k ahead of the Lifestealer is still not as much, I think, as he should be, but I think that's also, again, because of the kills. No towers going down so far just yet, as we have got a rotation. Bamboo, he is walking around a ton, and EG is sacrificing him a lot. He is still level 3. Lowest level in the game, Trey and Protector, still level 3. And even though the 2 highest levels on EG are both level 8, Denial has the same thing. They have 2 level 8s as well. And it's actually like the support difference in level is quite big, and they will be going to kill off Bamboo here as they find him. Roar not even needed. Lion being around, gets a Soul Catcher, but with the disables that he has, able to pick off the Shadow Demon. And yeah, I mean, that's gonna hurt them. That's those support levels.
Yeah, it's gonna make things a little bit harder as the game moves on into this mid-game stage, and Denial starts moving around the map more, maybe trying to 5-man a little bit. Evo needs to be somewhat cautious of in this top lane. He still has his ult back up, so I guess he can deal with that, but Demon's really doing a good job of harassing him very, very heavily in this lane. And we'll see if they could try and get a kill on him. I don't know if they really have the lockdown without the Roar, though, to kill off that Weaver again.
Sunstrike's gonna maybe help out. Misses. That's gonna be nothing there. And he does have the Infest. Infest out goes there. The sentry ward gets dropped. Is there gonna be an Earth Spike? No, there is not. Demon is gonna make it out safe. They think that he ran towards his tower, but he actually just hides and TPs towards the mid lane, where he is gonna try to help Jo take down Smash, who has his roar up again. Well, he's not even gonna do that. He's just gonna walk back top. Well, that's late. That's boring.
Yeah, I don't know if he thought maybe Beastmaster was going on Jo and he was going to turn that around, or he just wanted to port out and accidentally went to the mid lane or something. I don't know. It's kind of a strange thing to port mid and immediately walk back top. Regardless, he does survive. He wastes some time for the Lion. And again, he's just going to go right back to ganking on, or harassing Lifestealer. Mid lane, though.
Yeah, Sunstrike, Roar is there. Here comes the Hate Train with the Impale, with the nets. The rest of the creeps not even needed. Mihawk, not even needed, comes in. And this should be a nice tier 1 tower for them. Look at the amount of push that they have. We talked about this. If you're up against a Treant Protector, you need to take the tower down in one go, because it's gonna be healed up again if you don't. Disruption is gonna try to delay it, but I think that's gonna be Bamboo's death. As, yeah. So, ooh, Living Armor and Stick Charges might be enough. Tries to run up the high ground. He goes. A miss from Mihawk. 1 hit away from dying. 4 HP. Bamboo, is he gonna live? I think he will. He's gonna TP her out behind the tower, behind the tree rather. That's a safe Shadow Demon. I didn't think he was gonna be safe.
I also did not think he was gonna be safe, but he is safe, and that's the important thing for him. So he gets away. Bamboo Dota, you know, he gets out in a position he really shouldn't have been able to, and that was a really silly aggressive play by him at first because he wasn't really doing anything there to stop that tower from going down. But he gets away, so, and wastes a bunch of time with Denial. They just chase him around.
Yeah, I got asked to check the ping, so I will check the ping. Denial sitting on 230, 200, EG sitting on 160. That's the ping difference right here. It's not that big of a difference.
No, and that's, I think, pretty standard for what Denial's used to playing with.
Yeah.
They don't ever play on South American servers when they're playing competitive, so yeah, they always play on US. This is probably West. Yeah, this is they've taken games off of IG or EG rather before playing with similar pings.
Yeah, they're doing really well. It is 1-6. So you think that EG is still quite okay in terms of able to take this game later on?
Yeah, definitely. They have heroes like Invoker, like Alchemist, who are very powerful as the game goes on. Weaver can also be very strong as a carry as the game goes on. Denial, they're not really doing well in the heroes they need to be. Like, Nature's Prophet has nothing. And so normally be like, oh, well, Nature's Prophet, he's a hero who can be very relevant later in the game.
Oh, they find Bdes. Roar gets used to take down the level 5 tree. That was a smoke gank. Not really worth it, I think.
The only reason that is okay is because I think they might be able to try and push this tower now. With all of these Chen creeps that are down here, and of course Tree is very good for trying to stall up these tower pushes. He's going to be respawning momentarily though, and it looks like they're actually rotating back elsewhere to try and defend towers.
Yep. And just Chen
So,
is left behind.
Yeah, and he's not going to be able to push into Alchemist. He'll just be feeding those creeps to him, and probably himself. If he gets stunned, he doesn't even have boots. They're in the stash.
Ouch.
But he does have the mech.
No mana to use it though.
No mana whatsoever. Ewo has finished his armlet. That's a good thing for him. Probably looking for him to go for that sort of a race car Lifestealer build this game for a very aggressive start. I think they need to go very aggressive here because they've committed so much away from the Nature's Prophet. He's got the Midas recipe now, so he'll have the Midas up in about a minute or so once he farms in the jungle a little bit, but that's like a 15-minute Midas. That's way less than ideal. Even on a hero like Nature's Prophet, whose average is a lot slower than maybe some other heroes.
Yeah, and of course also race car Lifestealer, you kind of have to have that up against the Weaver because he's already so fast. In the meantime, we've got a nice Ancient stack being created here by EG. We do have the Battle Fury up on Fear, so he can farm that really fast once he decides to leave the lane. Tier 1 tower there already down. We might have Demon in a little bit of trouble. We have 3 people around here. This vision is there. Demon, can he Shikushi himself away? He gets Living Armor. There's a Dust. That's going to be a Sentry Ward as well, just because he can. In comes the Disruption from Bamboo, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Is there going to be a time lapse? There is not going to be a time lapse, and that is going to be one dead Demon. And that is also, of course, the Weaver that is now 0-3-0. Bamboo not able to help his teammate. Sunstrike! Nice! That was the lion that was standing there.
Yeah, I feel like Demon could have gotten away there. Was he maybe hexed and I couldn't tell? I thought he was walking and he wasn't hexed.
I think there was a stun and then a hex.
Maybe the hex was on him and it didn't look like it from, I don't know. I'm playing on like super low quality, some things look very different. So yeah, they get another kill on Weaver. Like they're shutting down the Weaver pretty well in terms of killing him a lot, but he's gotten quite a bit of last hit, so he's still doing decently in net worth, better than the Nature's Prophet, for example. Who is basically his comparison on the map, and now he's down the bottom lane trying to be annoying down there, while this push is coming out from Smash and Masoku.
Yeah, the mid lane, indeed. Fear, leaving his lane for the first time in a lot of trouble, and that's gonna be a finger of death. He still lands out the stun, and the deafening blast helping Iwo, or at least helping Fear, rather, stopping Iwo from chasing down Fear. Fear, getting living armored, already popped himself, getting chased again, open wounds are there. Iwo, he doesn't want to let go, he's like a Jack Russell that just finds himself a bone and doesn't want to let go, but it's not gonna help out. He's not gonna get the kill. Tower gets denied in the mid lane by the Nature's Prophet. And it should be the end of it. It should be the end of it. Lion, the only one that in the end went down. That got chased down. But that is, I think that's not a very successful first rotation for Fear.
Well, I mean, they put a lot of pressure. Actually, the tier 1 went down, right? Yeah, they took the tower.
No, it was denied.
Oh, it got denied. It got denied. Yeah, that's a little bit less than ideal. It's still, they knock the tower down even if they don't get all of the gold for it. And Fear is just going to go right back to farming. He didn't die, which is fine, and he Lifestealer spent quite a bit of time trying to go and get that kill on him, as well as using a drum charge.
Yeah.
And you don't get those drum charges back.
Oh,
they get the
roar up the high ground. In comes Mihawk as well, but he gets a disruption. The Impale's still there. And the Hex as well, as is Proud. Is there going to be any help for him? I don't think so. Bamboo trying to do what he can. The Sunstrike might be able to be enough. It is enough! That's a kill! Nice! Okay, sorry, that was my voice turning really weird for a second, but doesn't matter, it was a kill.
Yeah, Sunstrike hurts really bad with Soul Catcher. If you have Soul Catcher on you and you get caught by a Sunstrike, especially with the 4 points now he's got an Exhort, that's a lot of damage, and it's all pure damage, so not really any chance for Mihawk to survive there. He does have his Midas and like 1,000 gold beyond it, so he's starting to do okay, probably going for something like Shadow Blade, which is a rather common build now. Like, yeah, he dies. They get Aegis eventually and give it to the Lifestealer.
Yeah, let's see if he can put it to use. I mean, Io hasn't died yet the entire time. So far so good for him. And as you said, I mean, Nature's Prophet, he doesn't really have anything just yet. And it will be a while before he has it because he spent the first gold that he did get on the hand of Midas. The question is, how long can they delay this game? I think it's going to be quite a long time, especially since Fear is not just ready yet. He has got himself his Assault Cuirass almost done. Maybe with that we're going to see EG trying to make something more happen, but on the other side, maybe they want to wait until Demon has got a couple more items. In which case, that would actually benefit Denial quite a bit as well, because they will be happy if this game goes later.
Yeah, I mean, they're gonna be happy if it goes a little bit later,
Demon. 0-4-1, I believe. Yep. Sad.
Yeah, so what you were saying before, Denial, they're gonna be happy if the game goes a little bit later, but I think if the game goes a lot later, they're not gonna be smiling so much. They're ahead in kills. They're still getting out farmed by quite a bit. Even the experience lead is on their side because of the kills. And eventually, we're gonna have like a 6-slotted Alchemist coming out, and that's far less than ideal to fight up against. Evo is trying to fight Fear.
Yeah, he doesn't know that there is an invisible Shadow Demon around him. Disruption, Soulcatcher are gonna be there. Raging, trying to get himself out. Should be okay, actually. Get some help from the Nature's Prophet as well while he's there. In the meantime, though, the tier 2 bottom is gonna get dropped. Denial, they don't want to wait longer. They're just trying to split push with the 3 of them, and they can get these towers down fairly fast with the whole Chen creep army here. And if EG doesn't come towards the bottom lane, they might be able to do some damage towards the tier 3 as well. Of course, doing some damage is not going to do anything because you have got the tree on the side of EG, but who knows how much they can get. They have to be careful not to overextend though, because...
No, they're all going to come because Lifestealer's infested in Nature's Prophet. This is really smart by Denial. They're able to farm those 2 heroes up, and as soon as EG engages, they can go in.
He's gonna come in from behind, perhaps. The roar goes off. Disruption is gonna keep him safe for a little while longer. That is Demon, of course, they want. And there comes Mihawk from the back. Goes up on Bamboo. Bamboo able to not stay alive that long. Hand of God already went through. We do see the Chen going down, so it's a 1-for-1 trade so far. Smash gets an overgrowth. Beat is backing out after he did his job. Impale gonna stop Demon in his tracks. 4-star forward from Jo goes for the Lion as Demon looks to finish it off. Gets it done as well. 3-for-1. Denial keep their Lifestealer alive, even if barely, but they keep him alive nonetheless. And that is gonna be Denial forced out of the base. It was kind of a ballsy move. I can't decide if I find it really brave, and it would have been amazing if it worked. Sunstrike doesn't get him. Or if it was just, you know, you're never gonna get that situation kind of style.
I think that probably Denial didn't need to try and port in behind them. They managed to get like a kill on Shadow Demon with their initiation with the surprise, Nature's Prophet and Lifestealer. Of course, Nature's Prophet is also basically completely useless in that situation right there as well. He wants to be standing pretty far back right now and needs to just like use his ult on another lane, let it fly through. That's about all of the damage he can do right now. I don't know. I think that it was really smart of them to be doing that split pushing, and they had the ability to get all 5 heroes there very quickly while they're farming their jungle in the top lane. But going in behind with those 2 heroes when the rest of your team is basically already on the retreat path just because they had to fight up against EG, it's full lineup for like 4 seconds before it really Nature's Prophet got there.
Oh, Roar Fear though. Is he tanky enough to... Oh, no. He is not. Never
Not
mind
with
that.
his finger death.
No, with the finger death. It's only level 1 though.
It still does like 625 damage, right?
I guess so.
There's 600. 725 is up there. Yeah,
It's
it's still
still very
600
fast.
damage. It doesn't actually do that much more damage with level. The cooldown is what is vastly improved.
Oh, buyback from Fear. That costed him quite a bit. Overgrowth is up on 3. The Impale still comes through. Here comes Demon looking for a pickup. They go for Smash first. Smash already dead. And now Denial. Io. Aegis gets burned. Masoku running himself away. Will be not able to run though unless they stop chasing him. Disruption is gonna hold in place the Lifestealer as Chen tries to send him back. He infests into a creep though. And Fear ends up stunning himself. I mean, this creep's about to die. Hello, Iwo. That's gonna be one dead Lifestealer. Nice fight for EG. Denial, I feel like they're starting to get a little bit desperate here.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like
They're
after the
playing
buyback?
Yeah, they needed to back off after the buyback. The problem is, the buyback came out right as the root hit on a couple of their key heroes. And so Fear was able to immediately start channeling the stun while porting into the tower. He came in, immediately stunned Ewo. And that's just the death of Lifestealer very quickly. He can't really get away, especially with a Demonic Purge from Bamboo to slow him down. Yeah, it's a Denial just kind of overextending a little bit. They still have a kill lead, but the experience, the gold, they're flying towards EG. And that's this big Alchemist. He does a lot of damage. He's got BKB done now.
Yeah, Mihawk manages to snipe the Curry in the mid lane. But in the meantime, mid lane is also where the place where the fight's at. Whoa, that's already one Shadow Demon on the sidelines. Iwo opening up on Fear. Fear, he doesn't have the attack speed to really beat him. Oh, actually he does. Never mind, he does. That's gonna be a nice pickup for Fear. Enough damage for him. Mihawk running, Mihawk dying. Masoku running as well, but he is gonna be living. Same thing goes for I can't pronounce his name. Lion.
Mystico.
Mystico. Same thing goes for Mystico. He's alive, but for how much longer? And can they actually stop the pushing from happening? Basically, what they need to do is back off, let their racks fall, and hope that they are backing off afterwards. Because if they lose a fight still, here, right now, Denial is gonna lose way more than just their set of racks.
Yeah, Denial feeling like they're probably more or less already completely out of this game. Fear is way too big, and if Ewo can't even get close to beating him in a slap fight, just one-on-one while the rest of the team is brawling, they're not really in a position where they're going to be able to take this in the future, because Fear is going to keep getting bigger and bigger, and Lifestealer just can't really keep up in farm, and is going to be forced to keep throwing his life away effectively, trying to defend his buildings. So, it's going to be pretty bad for Denial as time goes on.
But they do have the split push though, and I think that they definitely still have a chance if they just have a bit of damage control, like going all 5, all mid, like they did when they were trying to go for the tier 2 after Fear bought back, of course. I mean, that's the kind of thing that you shouldn't do in this situation. You should try to find pickoffs like they did on Fear, and then back off. Unless you can get something in return, which in this, but then you still back off. And I definitely don't think they're out of this game just yet. Yes, they're behind. They're actually quite far behind on gold ever since that fight in the mid lane went badly. They are 12k gold behind, and experience graph almost 7k. Let's put it 7k. And you know, it's a lot, but it's definitely not insurmountable at all. The question is, can they be patient enough? Do they have the patience to not, like, if they do get a pick off, don't think, oh my god, we're gonna win this because we killed someone. That's not how it works.
Yeah, I don't even know if it's discipline. I think
discipline. That's the word. That word I was looking for.
If they want to be if they can be disciplined enough, because I guess that was kind of what their problem was in the mid lane. They got that big kill on Fear, and then they immediately tried to just rush for it, and it looks like Mystico is gonna just get destroyed in mid lane. Yeah, we're gonna see the Nature's Prophet going down as well. So 2 for 1 so far. Smash trying to TP himself out will be able to do so. Iwo has got an infest, but he's getting chased down as well. But he feels pretty comfortable apparently. Maybe goes on Beatus. Beatus goes invisible. One more hit needed. Fate time. Oh, infest out, gets the kill, and now he TPs out with rage. Should be able to do just that. And here comes the cavalry, just too late to save the day. 2 for 2 in the end. Not that bad. Not that bad at all. Even though of course losing the Nature's Prophet is a bit worse than losing the tree and the Shadow Demon, but still, could have gone worse. Could have gone better. Yeah, it's denial. I don't know. They need to split push. Can definitely help them get back in this. They haven't even taken the tier 1 top, for example, and that's a tower that Nature's Prophet can really try and pressure and get down very quickly. But he still doesn't really have anything. He's got just Shadow Blade. It's 27 minutes and he hasn't really gotten close to anything else even. Only 600 gold up on him now. And they need to work towards that if they want to be able to split push very effectively. Nature's Prophet needs to have a lot of items to be able to get these towers down quickly. Otherwise, there are a lot of heroes on the side of EG who can just port in and kill him. Or at least break his channel so that someone else can show up. Beatus with the Blink Dagger can just root him very easily. Obviously, Jo has like a million spells that will stop the channel.
Yeah, and on top of that, I mean, just counter push to begin with on AG. I mean, they've got the Tornado, they've got Invoker on itself, like, super strong. They've got Fear with the Acid Spray, so any normal push wouldn't work. It has to be done fast and quick and then out again. They do get a tier 1, which is nice, but they're gonna lose Roshan for it.
Yeah, they're trading Roshan for a tier 1 tower. That's not really ideal. Maybe it's what they think they can get out of it. They're going to lose their tier 2 tower bottom though as well. Weaver's just been sitting there the entire time attacking it, and the rest of the team's going to be there now. And there is no reason whatsoever for EG to stop pushing here. They can just go straight for the tier 3.
Yeah, and in the meantime it's not going to be a split push either. I mean, Iwo, he is running to the secret shop to get himself a TP scroll. The courier actually brings it towards him and he TP's top. Gonna see what he can do here. Tornadoes aplenty coming off from the Chen. Let's see what they can do here. Fortification goes off. Fear backing off as he waits for the fortification to be done. These tornadoes are super annoying. That's one tornado gone. But look at the positioning of the other 2 birds. They're still there. Still being the annoying birds that they are. Forced up to the high ground from Bamboo. I mean, look at that. Look at that tornado. They are just forced back by tornadoes right now. Mostly. The channels are almost done though.
Yeah, the tornado's annoying, but that's really all it is. The next creep wave's going to show up, and they're immediately going to go back in, and Fear's just like, see a tower. They don't have a glyph this time. It's gone. And I don't know, Denial aren't even really trying to defend at the moment.
Oh, Deafening Blast Meteor. There's a Hand of God on a mechanism already. Finger of Death will be there to take down Invoker, but he buys back. There's going to be a Lion that goes down on the side of on the side of Denial. Beatus running himself away. Miyok thinking he can chase him down, at least getting himself a kill, as it is the Denial that just backs off. They might not lose all that many heroes, but they don't get anything out of the fight that they did. I mean, they get a buyback from Jo. Maybe Fear will feel something here. Open wounds. Impale Fear. He is going to be having his Aegis burned. Stuns up the Lion as he goes. But we'll be back up again. Let's see what he can do. Of course, he can't turn on his BKB because he already did that. He's going to die for a second time real fast there as Beatus just comes in. One shot. Or hits the Lion once and he kicks him down, but he goes down for it. He just really wanted that kill. Of course, they got the lane of Rax. They got what they came for. They lost 3 heroes for it. I think they're still going to be pretty okay with that trade.
Yeah, just one big ol' tree punch.
Oh,
to kill off
Roar. If they kill Jo again, Disruption is going to keep him safe for a little while. Tornado is going to be there as well. Force that forward. But that's going to be Jo down for the second time. And that is a buyback Jo that no longer has a buyback. Here comes a haste rune going the way of Mihawk. EG. I think it's time to run towards your base. If they lose more, then they might lose more than just their heroes. Demon is going to be the one that's alive here. He time-lapse and he runs. Runs for his life. Runs towards the base of Denial. Maybe trying to stop the incoming push a little bit. Of course, I mean, at this moment, Denial won a fight, but where are they going to push in, right? None of the lanes is really in their favor, maybe apart from the top lane.
Yeah, and I can't believe Mihawk isn't buying back. I don't know. I feel like this is probably their time when they need to try and push and get something in some lane. He can just wait it out, but by the time he's back up, Jay will be back up. Obviously, Fear is respawning now as well. I don't know. Maybe they're thinking they wouldn't have been able to push anyways because Alchemist was going to be respawning too quickly. They have to make a concentrated effort to try and get some of these towers back. They're down 2 sets of racks now. They still have their tier 2 up in the top lane, but it's not going to survive for long. And if they wait to take the team fight again up in the top lane, I mean, they waited until their barracks were down bottom lane before they really tried to engage that fight. And you can't really do that, especially with one set of racks already down. Now they're down 2. Their third one is looking pretty precarious.
Lion gets picked up here. I think he felt safe with having Iwo infested in him, but he goes down so fast. That's just sad. We have an Abyssal Blade up on the Alchemist. I mean, yeah, the decision making is a bit questionable, and I think their biggest chance they had as making a comeback, they just passed up on. They just took down 4 heroes of EG. Know that there was no buyback for the Invoker. There was no buyback for Fear, I think. Maybe there was, but at least they might have been able to force it out. And they were just trying to get some farm. And it didn't really end up working out all too well. And now EG, they're coming towards the top lane. They will take down a tier 2. Denial will not try and fight for this, because if they do, and they lose the fight, they will lose the game. So you might as well fight on the high ground, at least, where you have all the advantage that you can hope for. This is gonna be the last chance for Denial, unless they win, obviously. If that makes sense.
Yep, if you win the fight, you don't lose the game, even though it's possible they could win the fight and lose the game.
Yeah, that is true. I mean, especially if they win the fight after the Rex go down, like previous time.
But they're gonna take it outside of the base. Here comes the Smoking. Mystico leading in.
Yeah, goes for an Impale, finds a Shadow Demon. Shadow Demon, living armor, keeping him safe for a little while, gets forced out into safety. In the meantime, roar up on Jo. Jo going down real fast. Overgrowth comes in as Lion still goes down as well, so 1 for 1 so far. Fear just standing there, turns on his BKB, TP's out. They don't want to be here anymore, but Fear ends up going down. Demon still gets a double kill with picking up the supports on the back end. We're